Hey, everybody. Welcome to 2021 and welcome back to Business Salad, a live and unscripted show where we mix up all things business for you for free. We're in the business of business and we're your hosts, Katie Anderson and Steph Reyna. The show's going to be short and sweet, but first I'd like to say Happy New Year to everyone. Be sure to grab your drink of choice because we're toasting to 2021 at the end of this show. Okay? Yes. So Katie, how you doing?
Good. Well rested. Lots of rest. Needless to say, did not stay up until actual midnight, but got lots and lots of sleep on our end of the world. How about you, my friend?
That's good. I'm good. Thank you. Yes. Also well rested here. I did make the 9 o'clock Pacific time.
There you go.
Celebrated. I heard other people in the neighborhood celebrating, had their fireworks going off. Hey, Mary. Had the fireworks going off. So it was like it was midnight. It was close enough.
Time's relative, right? You know.
Exactly. So everybody else out there, let us know how you're doing. Who got drunk last night? Not me, because I've got 4 kids. And Katie is healthier and more responsible than me, so I know she didn't. I know you didn't. To make up for it this morning, I'm drinking an adult orange Julius. So let us know what you drank last night, whether it was alcoholic or not, doesn't matter. But Katie, what's in your glass this morning?
Yes.
I gotta know.
So I am stirring as we speak a little concoction, kind of going along with my effort to be a little bit more healthy this year. This is a little detox drink, and it has, I was introduced to this a little bit ago, and it's kind of interesting. I mean, I don't mind it at all, and it feels pretty good. It has a little bit of lemon, has some apple cider vinegar, some cayenne pepper for a little bit of zip, and some little bit of honey, tiny little bit, and some water. And so I had this morning and still kind of sipping on the rest of it and feeling pretty good. Feeling good. Yes.
Now, when you do that detox, do you eat also, or do you just detox? Is it like a fast? Tell me about that.
It's funny. So this was something that was just introduced when I did this, and I was telling you about that 12-day sort of challenge I did in December, and it was introduced to me then, and it kind of sounded horrible initially, and I was like, oh gosh. I actually once had tried apple cider vinegar on its own and not knowing like how potent it can be, and so I was a little bit apprehensive, but it's something you just kind of take on an empty stomach. I made a little bit extra, and I had it with some cardio this morning. After I got up. So I actually had it fasted, but I don't know, just kind of a nice way to kind of kickstart the morning a little bit. Has some green tea too, so some caffeine happening. Quite the beverage situation going on. Yes, looking for
I usually am too. During all of our meetings, I've got a water and a coffee and a juice and a protein drink.
Exactly.
Definitely needs to have the variety.
Absolutely.
Oh my gosh.
Absolutely.
Well, maybe someday you can talk me into trying that. I don't know.
See, I know.
Is it spicy? Like maybe I would like it spicier. Like
a little bit. Has a little bit.
Does a Bloody Mary count?
You know, I don't think you're going to get the same out of it that you would a Bloody Mary, but it does, you know, it's a good way to start the morning. I tend to feel like recently, I used to do fasted cardio all the time back when I was really focused on my cardio goals. And so, but since I kind of got off that wagon for a little bit, fasted cardio, I feel like I almost need just a little something. So I haven't really done it fully fasted for a little while, but I don't know, it wouldn't hurt to try.
Yeah.
So,
well, you know, one of my favorite things is intermittent water fasting.
That is impressive. Like, let me just tell you, the fact that every time you talk to me about like the amount of fasting that you do, I'm in awe of you, just so you know.
You could do it. It's not that hard. It's literally like the first 2 days is awful. And then after that, you're not as psychotic anymore. You can do it.
My goodness.
You have to get past that initial hump there and just apologize to everybody in your life constantly. Or pull up in your office and speak to no one, and then you're fine.
I know. Well, that's impressive to me because you can do some fasting for a while. It kind of impresses me there. Oh, there's Alicia. Hi, Alicia. Hey. Yeah, it definitely impresses me. For sure. Gosh, you know what it is about like New Year's? It's like that precipice of things are about to, you almost have that feeling, especially now, right? They're like things are about to happen and about to change. And you're like, I've always loved that feeling. Like whether it was the first day of school or the first of like, you know, the year or anything like that. And so I always kind of get excited when that kind of happens. So I kind of am feeling a little bit of that right now.
I was literally talking to somebody about that this morning, that this is like my favorite time of year. I mean, aside from push, who doesn't love that? But yes, beginning of the year, it just feels like everything is just so fresh and you're just about to launch. And it's like, oh, it's awesome, especially if you have a solid business plan in place and you feel like you're organized for the year. So that's the best.
For sure.
So what did you guys do last night?
You know, it's funny. Some of the things, and I feel like in some ways, at least myself and sometimes Jason, like we tend to be the checklist type where, okay, if we have this list of things we need to do, we're going to do those. And we went into yesterday saying not really positive whether some of the things we were going to do on New Year's Eve or New Year's Day, but we did have a little bit of work to do New Year's Eve. So kind of going into the evening, we're like, all right, what are we going to do tonight versus tomorrow? And then Battleship came in. So all plans went out the window because Logan showed interest in Battleship, and we had never played Battleship before with Logan. And so that is a much longer game with a 6-year-old than you think it would be. And so to be honest, that really did kind of move some of our plans of what we were going to do. So we did, as far as the like actual productive things, Logan and I did a little bit of gratitude journaling. It's something I'm working with him on and just sort of listing things that he's grateful for and kind of verbalizing that and writing it down. And that was sweet. And then one of the things that his karate teacher had been talking about was doing a like writing letters of appreciation. So he wrote one to his dad and just little things. So we did some things that I thought were very good for the end of the year. And then Battleship took a lot longer than we thought. So there was that. And then, you know, really, it was real low key. Jason and I didn't stay up past 11:30. I thought we were going to make it. I hit my final post on Facebook at like 11:35 and I was out. I was so close, man. But yeah, so nothing too super eventful. But last night we did do what we were hoping to with some of our look back and calendar processes and stuff for me and Jason. So it was positive, and we're doing a little bit more today. So it feels good. How about you? What did you guys do last night?
I didn't do anything nearly as amazing as that. Every New Year's Eve, I bake brownies because my mom did.
I love that.
It's one of our traditions, I guess. Everybody in the house loves it. And then I end up waking up Christmas Day and eating like 19 brownies. But we're not going to talk about that since you're sitting there sipping on this amazing detox concoction that you have.
Mostly because I'm in resolution mode, but I love that. That's awesome.
So much stronger than I am, you really are. And then Ron had been asking me, he wanted me to make fudge. And he asked me like before Christmas, and I had a fudge mix that I was going to use as the base. And I put it away and I legit could not find this fudge. And he was like, can you make the fudge? Like, please, like this poor man, all he wanted was fudge for Christmas. And so I told him yesterday, I can't find fudge. It was like we swapped, because normally I think it's the wife in the relationship, no offense guys, who is like, opens the cupboard and it's right there.
Totally.
That's what happened. He opened it and he's like, it's right here. I'm like, I do not remember it looking like that. I was looking for something totally different.
Not sure what happened.
It was not my best wife moment, but I did make the fudge. He got the fudge. I made the brownies. We did all that.
So good.
And then New Year's Day, our traditions are, and this is like stuff that I was raised with, but before anybody, you can leave the house, but you can't come back in. But I just tell them you can't leave the house until you sweep a penny in. Have you heard that?
No, but I want to hear all about this.
You set a penny on the door sill there, and you sweep it in the house. And it doesn't matter if it like just pops in or if it shoots in, goes super far, it doesn't matter. But it's like you're bringing money into the house. And so it's like a wealth thing for the year. I think it has German roots, if anybody knows about this. I just grew up doing it, and I was raised in a relatively German household. So
that's awesome.
And then the other thing that we do, which is also German-esque, is we eat sauerkraut on New Year's Day.
Yes.
And That's for
Oh
health
my gosh.
all year long.
There you go.
So I know we have it's weird. And the kids hate it, but I make them, like, even when they
It's
were little babies, I took like a teeny tiny piece and I'm like, eat this.
right.
Oh, it's awful. Eat
That's
it.
right. Oh my God.
After so many years, eventually you develop a taste for it. I love sauerkraut. Grill it up with some onions. It's delicious.
Sounds
But
good.
it takes some years to get on that level. So those are our like recurring New Year's traditions.
Oh, I like that.
Penny sauerkraut brownies.
I like
So
that.
it's fun. It's fun. So I do want to know what everybody else out there in the Facebook world, our business salad peeps, what do you guys do? Do you have any cool family traditions? And if you don't have anything for New Year's, which I'm not sure everybody does, throw out what you do for, Christmas or any other holiday that you may celebrate, and let us know, because I like to hear all about that stuff. You tend to learn about it. And if you know background on it, that's even better, because I really don't know much about that stuff. So that's very cool.
I like it.
So now I know that you said that the detox thing is like one of your resolutions. Do you have any other resolutions that you'll share with me?
It just kind of fits in this category. I sort of think of New Year's resolutions differently than I used to. I used to go into New Year's being sort of I'm going to stop all of this. I'm going to do this every day, or like they were kind of extreme, and it was like set up for failure, like straight from the beginning. And, after working in the health and fitness industry for a long time and working in gyms, how busy, well, not nowadays, obviously, but how busy things are in January, right? And the New Year's resolutions, and then it all dies off. So I've changed a little bit of my perspective on that. And I've sort of shifted some of my resolutions into more of just lifestyle changes or things I want to incorporate into my life. Or really, Jason and I were talking about when we first met, we both have this sort of ongoing bucket list. And I hadn't really met anyone before that had the penny thing is something other people do. I like it. I like it, Alicia. We had very similar bucket lists, and I hadn't really met anyone that had so many similar things. And so he and I were talking about one of the items on our bucket list, which is run a marathon in all 50 states. And he's ahead of me on this, but we decided we're going to map some out. So this year we are going to knock off 3 of them. So 3 different states. And then we're going to kind of get that ball rolling. So we're excited about that. Just some kind of like, we're going to do this many of this. So we're going to do this many of that. It doesn't really put us in the same box. I know he's starting the 75 hard. I'm going to do sort of a 75 medium because I'm modifying it a bit. Or as Logan says, he's like, are we doing 75 hard again? And I'm like, you literally just ate candy. I don't think that counts. But, so we're just little things like that. And I think that for me, it's going to be getting those in writing that's going to be helpful. I don't have any really cool traditions for New Year's. I love that you do. I think that's awesome. Alicia does the same thing. I don't have any of that stuff except resolution-based or goal-based stuff, but I think that's really cool. Now I want to like sweep a penny in the house, but I think I missed the deadline, right?
No. Well, did you leave the house and come back in?
I did, because I went to go look for a Happy New Year hat, and then they were all sold out. So I got Mardi Gras beads that aren't, wearing the purple or green.
I like those. You sold me on those. I love them. I think maybe like do the back door, because you didn't like go out the back door.
Yeah, that's true.
Just do that.
Or the garage door, or like
one of those. Money can come in any door. It's fine.
Okay. This is good. Now I can do this. It's funny, sweeping a penny in general is not that easy. Like, so I'm imagining how.
As long as it doesn't go out. That's the only rule. Like, no money out. So it's like with the kids, you just have to position the broom, and then it's like you're hovering right over the handle, and you're like, okay, sweep. Because if they miss and they come back again, that's like
great. Now we're gonna be broke.
That's it. We're putting it here.
Oh no. Yeah. What about you? Do you do the whole like resolutions thing, or some people do, some people don't? Do you do any of that stuff?
So, not really. Because I was kind of like you. I would do the same thing. I would go really hardcore, and I feel like I read a couple of books along the way where I was like, this probably isn't the way to go, because I did kind of stall out, like I think a lot of people do.
Yeah.
But what I do is every year, I read my favorite series, which is, parents, if you've got kids in the area, make sure to get them gone. But it's the Unfuck Yourself series, which is really great. And there's a companion book to that. And then the other one is Stop Doing That Shit, which is a sequel. I read all of those at the end of the year going into the new year. And it kind of helps get me back in that like perfect headspace. But the one thing that I do is I try to pick something every year that I want to learn. And like, it's been, you know, languages and instruments and things like that. And I know that I had bowled a bunch of people to see what I should do because I really could not come up with anything that I was really like, oh, I could get passionate about that for a year, you know, because it's like committing to a year of this, and it's gonna just, I'll give it as much effort as I'm capable of giving it and see where it goes. So, and that was actually how I ended up learning sign language, because I was like, I'll start ASL. That seems cool. And it's been years now and I still love it.
That's awesome.
This year I landed on,
oh my God.
Just guess. A random guess. She's like, I have no idea. It could be anything under sign.
I'm, you know what? I was actually trying to, I'm like, does she need another new language? I'm like, she's already learning those. Is it an art of some sort, or tell me?
It's chess. I'm gonna learn how to play chess.
Oh, that's awesome. That's really cool. That's
so
good.
If anybody out there is a chess player, if you're a master, if you're a grandmaster, feel free to jump into our Business Salad inbox and give me some pointers. If there are books I should read or whatever. My husband plays chess.
Oh, there you go. Well,
I mean, everybody plays better than I do, but I think he plays well just kind of in general. So yeah, that's what I'm doing this year. I'm learning how to play chess strategy.
Good for you. So I can play you one time. I have one move I know. My dad taught me one move in chess, but only if you do certain things. And then I can beat you like that. But after that, it's over. So that's awesome.
That is
very cool.
Oh, wait, what did Alicia say? We give up something that's not healthy for us, food-wise, that we had to, ooh, that's good. What is it this year? I want to know what it is this year.
Yeah, what did you give up? I always wonder if people like, I feel like giving up a unhealthy thing, like if that's what you mean, Alicia, is, okay, let's give up that one thing. But I'm always like, if it's me, I'm always like, I'm going to give up all junk food for a year. And then it's like, okay, that literally didn't go well for me.
I can do that for like a couple of weeks. But then that's like if I'm fasting, it's easy because then it's just like nothing. And that's a piece of cake.
Oh, soda. There you go.
I know. It's been a while since I've had any soda, but I was the same way. I used to drink a lot of Coke. I don't know if you're Coke or Pepsi girl, Dr. Pepper. When I was growing up, it was Dr. Pepper. It was like a 6-pack of Dr. Pepper a day.
Yeah.
My thing now is coffee. I think everybody who knows me knows that about me. I drink a lot of coffee. Like my husband's like, calm down, you keep killing Keurigs. So I don't know. I say I'll work on it, but the reality is I won't. So I just don't even snow myself. But what I did was I said, okay, I'm going to have half of the cups of coffee. Let's just call it 10 cups a day. Okay. So
wait. When you're calling it 10 cups, is it really 10 cups?
Yeah, usually.
That's amazing. How are you so mellow? That's incredible. Wow, I have maybe one in the morning. That's amazing.
And I'm like, function. I'm like, well, and that's the thing. Okay, first of all, I didn't used to have a problem sleeping when I drank coffee late. Like literally, I could drink a cup of coffee as I'm sitting in bed and be totally fine to go to sleep. But now as I'm getting older, I don't know if it's psychosomatic or if it really does just start to keep you up as you age. But what I said was, I'm going to my cups of coffee in the morning, my first half of however many I'm going to have, if I can plan out, if I can map out, I'm going to have 8 cups of coffee that day. Then I'll have my first 4 are going to be caffeinated, and now I start drinking decaf. So if I get, later into the day, like noon and beyond, I try to drink decaf because I think it's a habit. Like smokers, it's like, it's just gotta, I probably
same. That might be a really dumb question. I've always wondered, does decaf taste the same as regular coffee? I've never even thought about that. Oh,
at least the cheapy decaf that I buy does. It's because I literally was the person that would post the meme, there's a time and a place for decaf and it's never in the trash. So
strong opinions then.
Since changed. Look at me grow. I know.
There you go. How very responsible of you.
I know, right? God. I am very picky about my coffee. Like I will only drink the Krispy Kreme original brand coffee. If I have to drink something else, like I'll drink it if I have to, because that's what there is, like when we travel. But literally my husband has started packing like K-cups for me when we travel, because they all have like, you know, Keurigs and stuff in the hotel room.
That's true. That's
so
true.
I have my coffee, I'm ready to go. Coffee and some whole milk. And it doesn't even have to be lactose milk. It can be
there you go.
Doesn't matter. It's got to be whole milk. That's all I have in there.
Yeah.
So I see Alicia said Diet Pepsi is the soda that she's giving up.
Ooh.
So that's good, because that, I know that can be like not great for you. But my dad was a Diet Pepsi drinker too, and a diabetic. So there were some problems there. Yeah, but he did. He loved it.
Dunkin' Donuts has some good coffee too.
Yes, they do. And I have the Jamba Juice. Is it? No, Panera Bread. Places together, Steph. So Panera Bread does like unlimited coffee. I don't know if anybody else does that, but like I'm with T-Mobile, and T-Mobile does like T-Mobile Tuesdays in an app where they give you like free stuff. And in like October or November or something, they gave us like 3 free months to that Panera Bread coffee subscription. It's the best thing ever. I just like order on the app. If I'm passing one, I'm like, ooh, and I'll pull in and I order on the app, and I'm like, okay, I'm here now. Bring me my coffee.
That's right. I'm ready for it.
They also will do tea. So yes. All right, guys. Well, let us know what you guys out there are resolving to do in 2021 or not do, as some people remove bad habits, which is generally easier, I think, sometimes. So let us know what you're up to. If you haven't done it already, don't forget to outline your business plan for the year. Have a clear path to your goals. We're super excited about everything that we're lining up for you guys in 21. Awesome guests we've got going and great content. So make sure you tune in every Friday at 11 a.m. Pacific time. You can join us next week on effective goal setting and business planning tips and best practices and things like that. And now I think we should toast to the new year. We should toast to the arrival of 2021 and the departure of the shit show that was 2020. So may the new year be even better, and may you all be healthy and productive. Cheers.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. And we will see you guys next week.
I love it. Bye everybody.